So hello there, this is RequiZitorX here, and I've been trying my hand at Redstone here. So these contraptions around here are basically double pulsers. If you have no clue what that means, then I'll just quickly explain that. It's basically that when you send out one pulse, it creates two. Now, these are some more complicated ways of doing it. This is probably the simplest. But the issue with this one, though, is if you try to power with a pressure plate, it can work if you're not on the pressure plate for a while. But if you're doing like an adventure map and you need somebody to just stand there on a pressure plate, then, it doesn't work so well. Now, what I've pretty much come up with over here, I don't know if people have done this before, I haven't done much research into it, but basically, this mess of wires here pretty much does the same thing as that. But if you stand on this pressure plate, though, nothing gets activated. But if I step off, it's activated. Now, odds are I think it can be done without this huge mess over here, but I don't know. I don't feel like trying to figure that out right now. So, yeah, it can also be powered with the button too. But I barely even know how this thing works. But power goes through here. This creates a bud switch. I don't even think I need that there. It's probably completely unnecessary. Actually, I think the bud switch needs to be there. It's what causes the thing to actually work, I think, because that makes it go initially first. But then this redstone wire passes by here. I think this is what actually causes an update to the bud switch. Moves in front of these two repeaters. This repeater transfers the signal over to here. This releases out a pulse, and then immediately goes through this piston right here, which then resends the signal back to the beginning in order to send it back. Or to start the thing back over. This thing over here, on the other hand, this is the reset. So basically, when this thing comes back up here, this somehow sends it back. I don't know. I'm not sure how all this works, but all I know is that it works. This one over here was supposed to be a more compact and simpler design, but when I came back to use this thing again, it stopped working. It worked for a while. It doesn't work anymore. I don't know why. But how it did work was, bud switch right here. This right here would cause the update to the piston, and it would cause the power to travel through here. This one went over to the pulse, this one went over to the reset, and it goes back up here, powers that again, and that also goes back down, powers the bud switch again, and also powers the update. So then the block updates again, and really, if you just change the delay slightly, you got yourself a working clock. Okay, let's stop that thing, because those things are really annoying. But yeah. I think it's also possible on this one too, but though it's a bit more complicated. But yeah, these are just my little, not really little, they're kind of big, but I don't know. I thought I'd give it a try at Redstone, see what I could do. And this is what I ended up with. Just these double pulsers. Which, I mean, it could be useful for, like, an adventure map or something. Where if they stay on the pressure plate for too long, then, something happens. Not sure what, but something would happen. So I guess this one would be a release pulse, I guess. Or it doesn't pulse when you first press it, it pulses when you release it. Oh, wait, I forgot to change the delay back. I should set it back to normal. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I guess that'll just be a single pulse thing that just releases on the release. So basically, if you step on that pressure plate, you can't destroy it from like under your feet or something or anything. You're just gonna have to deal with it. But yeah, it's my little redstone here, and yeah. So I know there's probably tons of ways to do this simpler, but I don't know, I just felt like doing it this way. So yeah, that's my little redstone stuff. I might try to find something else to do with redstone again later, but for now, this is it, and I hope you enjoyed. Bye!